What started as talking to the wrong man ended in a tragedy that no one saw coming. Kayla Hodgson was a bartender, a bottle service girl, and much more. She was a sister. She was a daughter. She was a friend. She was a 23-year-old woman whose life was taken far too soon. According to investigators, she was seeing a man named Rovelto Robinson, who was also known to be seeing other women. According to his statement and footage shown by Law and Crime, Rovelto showed up to Kayla's apartment and found her lifeless. The crime scene was too gruesome to even begin to describe. Footage that I watched while researching this case was truly heartbreaking. I can't even begin to explain. Her mother, her cousin, her brother were in distraught when they arrived to this crime scene. As the investigation continued, detectives found surveillance footage of a woman dressed in all black carrying a Shake Shack bag pacing up and down Kayla's stairwell apartment between the hours of 2 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Later footage showed Kayla returning home from work while the same woman walked towards her apartment, this time with urgency. About an hour later, the same suspect was seen in the surveillance footage, leaving, this time wearing a different set of clothes. Later, Kayla's mother confirmed that the clothing that the suspect was wearing was indeed Kayla's. Detectives also found DNA of this woman in Kayla's apartment. At first, the investigators were looking closely into Rovelto Robinson, and honestly, I really thought he had something to do with it as well. As detectives dug deeper, statements from Kayla's best friend named Janice shifted the investigation in a whole nother direction. Janice told the investigators that Kayla had been seeing another man as well who was from New York and had been seeing him in New York, and this man's name was Terrence. The two had gone out together in New York and videos of them were posted on social media. The next morning, Kayla received a DM from a woman asking her if she was talking to Terrence. Kayla kept the conversation brief and then ignored her after a few messages. That same day, Kayla brought it to Terrence's attention that there was another woman who had been DMing her, asking her if Terrence and her were speaking. They kind of let it go and they ended up going to dinner together. And the next morning, again, this woman DMs her, but this time saying, "I want you to know that I'm not coming easy on either of y'all." This woman was identified as Sakina Thompson. At this point, Rovelto was cleared from the investigation. Investigators later showed Janice, who was the best friend, video footage of this woman dressed in black on the night that Kayla was murdered. Janice immediately recognized the suspect's profile and her walk. Janice had seen her once before at a bar in New York, so she kind of already knew her walk and the way that she looked. She was very well aware that this was the same woman who had been harassing her friend and DMing her. Everything kept leading back to this woman that was named Sakina. Later, the investigators found that Sakina did indeed book a flight to Florida and a hotel. In the hotel footage, you see her checking in to reception, holding the same Shake Shack bag that was seen in that surveillance video near the crime scene. Detectives do believe that she used this bag to trick Kayla into thinking that this was a food delivery. Of course, Kayla would believe this as Terrence would always send her food. This was normal to her. Investigators also found that Sakina had been stalking Kayla for a whole year. Eventually, Sakina Thompson was indeed charged and convicted to first-degree murder of Kayla Hodgson. Years later, Kayla's family attended the trial and gave emotional impact statements in front of Sakina Thompson. Clearly, Kayla was beyond loved by her family members. Watching Sakina sit through that trial with no emotion, no tears running down her face was truly so chilling to see. But beyond that, Kayla Hodgson has received justice. This was truly a tragic case, and Kayla was unfortunately robbed of a life that she deserved to live.